So Cameron said, typical me saying stupid shit. Wow. So then we had the BB Awards. Did you not watch this?
I watched some of them.
I paid very little attention.
I've seen Hussein do the announcement. I've seen Thomas do an announcement.
Zoe's dressing gown got an award.
Best supporting role.
Akeem was flexing in the storeroom, and he said he'd done it every other day, and they were all like, game planner.
It just reminded me, in the VTs, Zoe said that Akeem looked fit, and he said, yeah, I do, don't I? And then he reflected about his VT, and he went, I look fit. Yeah.
Big head.
Beautiful.
Zoe's like, I'm a 10 out of 10. Oh, love yourself. It's like, then she goes in the house. She's like, I'm a fat cunt. It's like, make your mind up. Fake. Yeah, they didn't like that, did they? About Akeem stripping off in the storeroom and flexing his muscles and that.
Didn't they?
No, they were like thinking he was playing it to the cameras. Exactly.
He was.
Well, yeah, he was.
Apparently, he did that every day. Didn't he say?
Every other day.
Every other day.
Oh, I did it every other day, big brother.
Absolutely beautiful.
So then, the final dinner and speeches.
So I haven't seen this. What do you think about their outfits? Cameron's tuxedo was too big, it looked like. Zoe looked good in that dress.
It must have been terrible because I've not written down anything about it. Yeah, Zoe did look good.
I'll tell you why you can't remember it, because Nikki Graham didn't come in to dress them.
Zoe, I do remember Zoe looking good. I put Zoe as the most real, everyone else is just acting. Kian said Cameron is so honest. Oh, they're all doing speeches. I didn't even write it down because no one said anything of interest.
No kryptonite.
Cameron said, no, not even slightly. Cameron said, when I came in, I didn't like myself. So I thought that was quite interesting.
That's nice.
Akeem said, I'm looking forward to reminiscing about the good old days. He's feeling nostalgic about a time
BB1.
He's feeling nostalgic about a time that's still ongoing. Well, was then. That's it. I didn't write fuck all about the dinner. It wasn't interesting.
What did they have?
No idea. I do remember Zoe did look nice. I can't remember what anyone was wearing.
She had a red dress option and a black dress.
Oh, yeah. She looked good in both of them,
but
actually.
It didn't seem right to wear red when everyone else is in black.
No.
Tie.
Well, could do.
Yeah, I don't know.
The actual eviction outfits on the finale night were terrible. Worst eviction outfits ever. Worst finale eviction outfits ever. Akeem just looked like he had a work shirt on, like a pale blue shirt.
Yeah, he's worn that every eviction.
Kian was wearing the same fucking floral shirt he wears every fucking week. Zoe was wearing that dress with the fringes on, which is nice, but she's already worn it before.
Yeah, but you don't take more than one eviction outfit, do you?
I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Cameron was wearing his fucking Tory boy gonna knock on your door on a fucking Sunday and will get you out of bed suit.
He looked smart, but it looked to me like he'd used a necktie as a... What's the thing you put in your pocket? What's that called?
Handkerchief.
It's got a technical name, no?
Cravat.
It's got another name.
Other name?
Oh, it's like earpiece, but not earpiece. Like something piece or something.
Side piece.
Like whatever they call that, a pocket thing, like a fascinator but in your pocket. You look like he'd stuck a necktie in there.
Oh yeah,
and
probably
folded it over.
And now he ain't got Sean to do his hair anymore. It looked terrible. It looked absolutely awful.
Yeah, Sean did straighten his hair into the. He's going to get a perm apparently.
Is he?
Is that what boys do? Like,
I don't think so. No.
But there's a lot of boys lately, like over the last few years, where they've got really short sides and it's curly on top. Yeah. Maybe they're actually getting perms.
No, don't be silly. God, some guys just have curly hair. No guy would
can't
get a perm.
because that hairstyle suddenly boomed. And I think they must all be getting perms.
That is fake news. Fake news. I don't know. So that was that for that episode. Sorry, I didn't have much on that.
Well, if there's not much happening, you're not expected to have much, are you?
No. So should we talk about our actual experience at the final?
Yep.
And then we'll talk about watching the actual show back.
Yep. So...
we were in the main pit, weren't we?
Yeah, we weren't allowed up on the steps where we would usually expect to be.
But there was no one there. It was empty virtually.
I don't know why they do that. Like, behind the ex-housemates, there was nobody up there.
No, there was no one.
They could have been up there.
There was no one behind us. Well, probably because they don't want us shouting shit at the housemates.
But normally, they don't keep the housemates away from the public too much.
I mean, they were right near us. We were talking loads of smack and they were looking at us, weren't they? They were.
Yeah, and they were brought down to... our level when Emma went round and spoke to
yeah.
them all and let
Looked
Lewis
down to
plug
our
his
level.
fucking single.
Oh, and Hussein's
His
clothing line.
I actually, if that jacket's from his clothing line, I'm interested.
I did like that jacket, actually. Did you see what I said in my blog?
About the only clothing line he's going to put out is one in his mum's garden?
Yeah.
That's good.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Mm.
I was pleased with that. So what actually happened when we were there? Jared was holding up BB Spy signs. He had one...
Can I just say, Matt had done some excellent craft work on that sign.
Brilliant.
Now, the only thing I would say, and I did say it in the chat, it was a little bit dark. So if you use a shiny background, it will show up on screen a bit more. But he'd used the fucking correct font for this year's Big Brother. And did he cut those out with like a Stanley knife or what?
He must have.
They were spot on.
Yeah, it was really good. He's obviously been
up for 5 days without any sleep.
He obviously went to crafting school.
I think it was like say like craft hut or some sort of shop.
No, he did. He went to Hobbycraft.
Hobbycraft, that's the one.
I used to know someone who's the manager of Hobbycraft. No answer. Those are the days.
As if there is an actual shop that exists.
Yeah,
for
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
crafting.
It's mad, isn't it? That was huge Hobbycraft as well. It was massive, like a big warehouse.
Yeah, like a Dunelm.
Weird.
Or Pets at Home, but
Yeah,
for craft, like
yeah.
full of googly eyes and pipe cleaners.
Lol.
Excuse me, where's the crepe paper?
Yeah.
I've got sugar paper, crepe paper, foam boards, scrapbooks.
I'm trying to think of everything. Silver pens.
Glitter, what's it? Glitter pens.
Sequins. Oh, fuck. That's where Big Brother goes to make their tar. Anyway, his signs were good, and Jared held up the one at the front that says "Save BBUK," which you could see on TV quite a bit, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Couldn't really see BB Spy's one, which said "I see you, Island," didn't it?
No.
But that was a nice one.
That was a nice touch. So...
Didn't you have an issue with some people near you?
Emma Willis. So...
Hold on, let's talk about Emma Willis's outfit. What do you think?
She looked like she was dressed for, like, a medieval dramatisation.
She did, like Game of Thrones or something. Yeah, she did.
Which I don't really know why, because the theme of this year's Big Brother was quite space-y. So I feel like she should have been in some kind of astronaut outfit.
Lol. Yeah.
But I don't know. It was an odd choice.
It was.
It
was like Handmaid's Tale.
A bit billowy. I would have expected her to be in trousers.
She
I think
looked a bit evil in it. She looked a bit evil in it. And when she was pretending to cry at the start, I was not buying it. I know she was genuinely crying later, but at the start, when she was like, her voice like broke a bit, I was like, "Oh, come on, love."
Oh, did you not believe that?
No, I did not.
So
fireworks went off at the start.
Oh, there were so many fireworks at the start, and they went on and on and on. Didn't you feel that? Like when we were there, I was like, "Oh my god, there's so many fireworks. They look good," and it feels like that's the moment when Gary started to cry.
Oh, did he? Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, of course, you won't mind.
Oh.
And
grown man crying.
Do you know what I think it is?
Acceptable.
Like with fireworks and Big Brother, I will never forget the moment when Davina stopped on the bridge with Brian and went, "There for you," and kissed him on the face while they just watched his fireworks go off for a little while. And I just remembered that moment while they were going off, and I was like, this is like the end of an era.
It was.
Even though I didn't cry on the night, and I was quite surprised at myself. I think because I was just like buzzing too much from the experience.
Yeah, exactly, because it was such fun. There was nothing to cry about,
and it was like I was around all these cool people.
Yeah,
and B, I was so fucking drunk.
Yeah. My eyes watered all the way home, but I wasn't crying. I was just drunk. When I get really drunk, my eyes water.
But what I also realised was I did my crying. I told you, I cried when they said it was as soon as that trailer dropped, saying it's time for this game to end, I cried. So I feel like I've done my crying.
I didn't cry because I'm not a baby.
Plus, I kind of don't believe that it's over.
Exactly.
But, anyway, I was so drunk, and we were like... Jared was so proud of himself because he was up near that barrier.
No, I didn't want to be on TV.
But he was next to these two women that I wouldn't want to be anywhere near them. They were rough they were.
People rough in the Big Brother crowd, you don't say.
Even in the production guest section.
Fucking idiot general public.
And in front of me there was this Welsh Sam Bailey. She looked just like Sam Bailey, and she apparently was all protective over her son. If that was her son. And if that really is your son. And when they did Rihanna, when they played Rihanna, and I was jumping around like a maniac, Molly and I were having the best time. We were jumping. that woman told me to have some respect, and then she like...
Some respect for what? Rihanna, Emma Willis, Big Brother?
She like gestured towards her son and went, he's just a boy or something like that. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like
he's just a boy. Were you beating him up? Has she ever been to a gig? They fucking punch you in the face.
I don't know what she thought I was doing to him.
I went to a gig with Jack a month ago. His glasses got knocked off his face.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
When I'm having a good time, it's the final Big Brother final. It's fun.
Yeah. What'd she say?
Well, I think the response was have some respect. I was like, what is wrong with you?
Get back in your... You should have told me. I would have sorted that out.
She was some fucking idiot. And also, I was nowhere near them. I was just jumping in their proximity. You're expected to jump. That's what they want you to do.
I was jumping.
It's the warm-up.
I was jumping.
Anyway, I can't remember if that was before or after Emma Willis had a go at me.
What did Emma Willis have a go at you about? I missed all
So
this.
basically, we were like on the foot of at the foot of the steps to the orbit. I don't know if they call it the orbit anymore because it's all square and that. So she's on the runway up there, and I could see her auto cue. And she was doing a practice, and no, actually it wasn't Molly. It's just me. I do remember
her having a go at someone.
So I read out the auto cue at the same time as I went, "Welcome back to Big Brother," and she was like, she looked at me and she like did the eye thing where they point, like, I'm watching
that's good.
you.
I like that.
And then as she walked off, she went, "Don't ruin the last episode of Big Brother."
Oh yeah, I heard her say that. Was that to you?
Yeah.
Lol.
As if I would want to ruin the last episode of Big Brother.
She ruins it by her very existence, so I shouldn't worry about it.
And then
she
did another take of it. I mean, it wasn't a take anyway. They're just testing the levels at that point. And on the auto cue, after her lines, it said in brackets "cheers," and Molly and I could read it. So she did her line, and we went mad. We were like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
And then she gave us daggers after that.
Why?
I don't know. And that security man hated me in front.
She's a bitch. What's going on?
Omar, I've been supporting that show. In fact, we had a nice chat. I had a little chat with Emma once when I was there.
If Big Brother comes back, I can guarantee you she will not be hosting that programme.
You don't think so?
You can say you heard it here first.
Oh, I think she will.
Nah, if it comes back...
Oh, you think she won't want it?
No, she won't be invited. Rylan will be hosting that show. I'll place a bet, £10 bet on it with you right now.
I hope that doesn't happen. I love Rylan.
Are you willing to do the £10 bet on it?
No, I've got no money.
Back, well, it ain't going to come back in the next 3 months. Do you want to do? Let's do the bet. For about £5. You think she'll come back with it?
Yeah.
I don't. Let's bet.
What, £5?
£5. She ain't coming back.
You're trying to do an audible handshake. Freaking wobbled my shoulder out of its socket.
No fucking Netflix is going to want that old cow on it.
She has aged, but...
Do you think
they'll try to get Davina back?
I'm not ageist. I just don't think she cares about Big Brother. I think they want Rylan. He's young, he's fresh, he likes Big Brother. Out with the old and with the new. They don't want all this old Marcus Bentley, Emma, all this shit.
Marcus has
Paul
to come back.
Oakenfold. Nah, they'll redux it. Emma will not be involved.
The theme tune will be by Rita Ora.
By fucking Avicii or something. Oh no, didn't he die?
No, that was someone else.
Oh. No, it was him when he died.
Oh, it was Avicii, yeah. Oh, shit.
Shit, sorry, I didn't mean that. It'll be by the Chainsmokers or something.
It wouldn't be too bad, but I don't know how it would go.
And Emma Willis will be nowhere near it.
The thing is, I love Rylan, but I like Rylan as a sideshow host.
I think Rylan would be a
because
great
he gets to
host.
let his personality out. When you become the main show host, you have to be too reserved.
No, I think he could let his personality out on the normal show.
I just think it might be a bit like Brian all over again.
No, I don't. Brian got a mention. So what did they say?
What was
at the
weird
start?
was that Emma. No, was it Emma that mentioned? Yes, it
Brian
was.
and Davina.
Davina and Brian.
Yeah.
But what about Russell and Dermot?
Oh, well, they're just sideshow people, aren't they?
Yeah, but come on.
Russell,
part of the BB family. Dermot was the main show host for BB Hijack.
Dermot did a tweet about Big Brother. Did you see?
Yeah, he was at the rap party as well.
That's
the
surprising
second rap party.
to me. Why weren't we at that rap party?
I wondered that.
What? Why he was there? Why we weren't?
Yeah, why was Dermot then we weren't?
Yeah. What the fuck, Dermot? I don't see you doing a podcast about the show. What did she say at the start? She said, was that about Davina and Brian, or was that at the end when she said that?
I think it was at the end. I'm not sure.
Because at the start there was
they did that VT
with
of all the past Big Brothers.
Yeah.
Did you realise it was in black and white until BB7?
No.
Yeah, and I got a theory on that.
What? Is that when it went to Channel 5?
No.
What?
No.
I don't fucking know these details. Go on.
BB11 was the end of the Channel 4 era, but I think before BB7 it was not widescreen.
Okay.
So if you look, what they've done, like, you know, sometimes when you watch